Hello, my name is Stuart Spa, and this week I'm doing my project on hoisin sauce and soybeans, which are the main ingredient in them. For the history, hoisin sauce is a traditional Chinese sauce used in a countless number of dishes, and in the past it was known to be a generic term for seafood sauces. The exact origin of the sauce is mainly unknown, but over time the ingredients have changed away from real actual seafood within the sauce due to the price that comes along with seafood. There are many different varieties of the sauce, utilizing different ingredients such as vinegar, fennel, garlic, rice vinegar, among others. But the main ingredient has remained to be soybean paste or soybean sauce. So the nutrients for it, about a serving size of like 2 tablespoons, so not a lot. 80 calories, no fat, no cholesterol. 510 milligrams of sodium, no potassium. 19 total carbohydrates, 19 total grams of total carbohydrates, with 1 gram of dietary fiber and 17 grams of sugar, 1 gram of protein, and then for the vitamins, really only vitamin C was present with about 2%. So, in relationship to disease, hoisin sauce has antioxidant properties and is low in fat, and it's also a good source of vitamin A, C, iron, and manganese. So the health benefit of soybeans themselves can vary and even conflict certain results depending on how they're studied due to a variety of soy and what scenario they're being studied in, because depending on who's eating it and what situation it's being cooked and processed, it can very much change. But overall, soy foods have many nutrients, including B vitamins, fiber, potassium, magnesium, and high quality protein. And then fermenting soybeans breaks down the sugar and protein within it, allowing for better digestion and absorption while eating. So to know when you have high quality ingredients, so in respect to dry soybeans, they're usually sold in cans or sealed containers, straight from farms, allowing for a shelf life to last, 2 to 3 years in a proper, pantry at room temperature. But to notice when they do go bad, they usually develop a bad odor or flavor, and in worst case scenarios, mold or bugs could get to them. In which case, throw them out, and throw them out when they do get bad, obviously. So agriculture information: soybeans are a field crop with large farms across the world producing them for their countless uses. With I think it was India or China being one of the largest or not manufacturers, distributors, I guess. And since they are a type of bean, they are able to obtain nitrogen from the atmosphere, allowing for more nitrogen to stay in the soil for whatever crop is planted after them. So those crops that are usually, in the winter can use that excess nitrogen left over to grow better than before. So the process to planting them, they usually start around May, in which they sprout in less than a week after planting. In the coming months, they bloom flowers that self-pollinate as much as they need to grow, as much as they can. And then as they can continue to grow and mature, the leaves start to fall, exposing the bean pods, which are then ready for harvest around November. So the dish preparation, hoisin sauce can be made in several ways, but most people use a simple homemade recipe, which is done by literally just combining multiple ingredients to get the right taste, with soy, of course, almost always being present. These ingredients include, but are not limited to, brown sugar, peanut butter, rice vinegar, sesame oil, garlic, and hot sauce. And then, of course, anything can be added, taken away just to get a desired taste. And then most commercial sauces include more manufactured ingredients, such as like more sugars, oils, and high fructose stuff, all that, which is why traditional dishes will usually make their own sauce. And then the dish that I had was, of course, not just straight hoisin sauce, but it was a quote faux rito, I guess, from the Sticky Rice Cafe in Knoxville, and it was essentially pho soup or wrapped in a burrito. It came with pho broth on the side, but it was the noodles and rice and meat, all the vegetables wrapped up in a burrito, and it was really good. The hoisin sauce added a great flavor to it. It was a little spicy, which might have been the some other spices in the burrito itself, but it had a really good taste and somewhat kind of like barbecue. Um, and I'll of course keep my eye out for it when going to Asian restaurants in the future, as well as for my own cooking, since a sauce like this can definitely improve almost any dish. And here's a picture of it with the rice and noodles, vegetables, that meat in the middle, and you can see some of the sauce, on the top coming down. And then for cultural comparison, hoisin is a popular sauce in many Chinese and other Asian dishes, allowing for a delicious tangy flavor to be added to nearly anything. I found some articles calling it Asian barbecue, and I can really understand why. It has not only a similar taste, but very similar use to barbecue here in America, enhancing, meats and a lot of other dishes. And then, of course, like although not always using hoisin sauce, I've noticed Korean barbecue popping up. And while I'm sure this isn't a new way to cook in Korea, it's definitely gaining more popularity here in America at takeout Asian restaurants and other places like that. And there are my sources. And thank you.